You and a few other critics are the only people I've heard use the phrase immediate threat. I didn't. If you have any citations, I'd like to see them.
No terrorist state poses a greater or more immediate threat to the security of our people and the stability of the world than the regime of Saddam Hussein in Iran.
There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it.
I don't know anybody that I can think of who has contended that the Iraqis had nuclear weapons.
If someone is waiting for a so-called smoking gun, it's certain that we will have waited too long.
Stuff happens, and it's untidy, and freedom's untidy, and free people are free to make mistakes, and commit crimes, and do bad things.
You go to war with the army you have, not the army you might want or wish to have.
There are known knowns. There are things we know that we know. There are known unknowns. That is to say, there are things that we now know we don't know.
You can have all the armor in the world on a tank, and a tank can be blown up.
And that we will in fact find weapons or evidence of weapons programs that are conclusive. There's no doubt in my mind but that they currently have chemical and biological weapons.
Yeah, the inspectors didn't find anything, and I doubt that we will.
There's no doubt in my mind but that they currently have chemical and biological weapons.
I don't think we'll discover anything. I've never painted a rosy picture. I've been very measured in my words. In the decades before World War II, a great many argued that the fascist threat was exaggerated.
I have benefited greatly from criticism.
So you ought to just back off.
This little understood, unfamiliar war, the first war of the 21st century.
It appears that there were not weapons of mass destruction.
You said you knew where they were.
I did not.
We know where they are. They're in the area around Tikrit and Baghdad and east, west, south, and north somewhat.
There are a lot of people who lie and get away with it.
It is not well known, it was not well understood, it is complex for people to comprehend.
What we have done is we have taken estimates looking at different variables and said if this were the case on this variable and then on this variable, but there's so many variables that the numbers of possible point answers create a range that simply isn't useful.
But there are also unknown unknowns. There are things we do not know we don't know.